Hello Saber Legion, just got a Toblerone. I've never done an unboxing video before, so I've got a bunch of stuff to do, some comparisons, some unboxings, just kind of see my initial impressions. Ordered from Vaders Vault, and comes blade, of course. I did opt for the upgrade for the heavy grade dueling blade. Got a bunch of packing peanuts here, which is always good, keeps everything nice and safe. Just go ahead and dump those out. Everybody should be familiar, battery charger. In here usually comes a kill key and a battery removal tool as well. Alright, this is of the Legionnaire. Seen some initial comments of people saying that the Subas look a little large. So we're all familiar with my Subas that I've had made. That's this here, 3 1/4. Measured up. They are a tad bit larger, just a tiny bit. If you look at that, I'd say they're probably maybe 3 1/2. Thickness on the side, almost identical. It's maybe a 1/16 of an inch thicker, but this is beveled, so that's just the lip that's a little thicker. The inside is definitely similar thickness to the Subas that I've had made, just so we can all kind of see what's going on there. That right in the old pocket. There's my wrench and battery removal tool. Alright, let's get to this saber. As always, very well packed. I jumped right in, grabbed it ready to ship. So let's check it out. Alright, here we have weathered purple Legionnaire. That is amazing. Alright, initial impressions. See, that's one of the things I love about Vaders Vault. Of all the sabers that I've held and worked with, the diameter of the hilts feel most like a regular martial weapon. They've got a little bit of a beveled inside choke point here, gives you great feedback, tactical feedback of where that hand's going to go. And then down here at the bottom, I actually really like the design of the speaker emitter, the pommel. That really does give you a great place for that finger to go. It actually is even kind of ergonomically, so your pinky actually still grabs onto the vents right where that is. So let's go ahead. We've got the threaded ring, threaded neck piece, and an O-ring that sits right in there. Not sure if everybody can see that. There's an O-ring. So let's grab our Suba. Definitely slides down. Oh, I see. The O-ring actually ends up pushing all the way down, so all of those threads are exposed. Alright, I actually think, looking at that now, I bet the O-ring goes on the other end, so that you put the O-ring on the top to protect against those threads. Take this piece, those threads lined up here. There we go. And tighten that down. Yep, that's got to be where it goes. That ring actually disappears completely in there. You can feel it really grab. That Suba is nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't spin. Now we have a fully assembled. Oh yeah, that's nice. This particular one's got a violet light up with a gold switch. Like I said, I went with a ready to ship option. Change the color here to something that is semblance of green. There's green. The reason I went with green is while I did get the heavy grade blade for the size of a traditional martial weapon, I usually get a 30-inch blade, and I just happen to have a green 30-inch blade here. So we're going to go ahead and toss that on real quick. Grab my wrench so I can tighten this all up. And we'll give you some initial impressions here. All right, got that fully seated in the emitter. Nice and snug. Beautiful. There's the green we're looking for. Perfect. All right. Now that we've got that all lit up and we've got a blade in it, let's give you some impressions. I'm going to back up here. Let's give this thing a couple of goes. Oh, this is great. Let's check out. All right, with a 30-inch heavy grade blade, this thing balances just about the tip of that final emitter. It was really nice. It's light, feels well in the hands. I'm not going to go into much about the electronics, the color changing, any of those features. You're all familiar with how Vaders Vault works. The diamond pattern, which emulates the Sukaito style wrap, is on both sides. It's nice and flat. Like I said, this is it's a really good saber. They even extended the auxiliary button slightly so that when you're wearing gloves, you'll be able to hit that should you want to get your sound effects that are caused, your blaster deflectors and all of that. I gotta say, this is really impressive. I really like the way this feels. This feels a lot like my katana. The handle is a little longer. You'll notice there's a little more than a full hand width in there. That gives you a lot of speed in those snapping attacks. That'll actually be really beneficial in tournament style play. That speed becomes paramount in being able to score your points. Having that extra torque in here is going to actually allow you to whip this thing around really easily. I gotta say, super impressed. You'll see me carrying this and using this thing a lot, I think. I hope that helps everyone. No, that is amazing. All right, super impressed. Thank you, Vaders Vault. Purple, weathered, Legionnaire, Elite.